What's up, you guys? This is your 80s music lover. Today is June 22nd, 2022. And 80s music lover is doing an album review on Prince LoveSexy. This is Prince's 10th studio album. It was released May the 10th, 1988. He had 3 single releases from this album in the US that I know of. And those were in this order: Alphabet Street, Glam Slam, and last, I Wish You Heaven. So let's jump into this. This is the vinyl record you're looking at. And this is the back. Excuse me, guys. Alright, let's start talking about these songs. And then we'll talk about a little bit after, just a little bit about some special things that has to do with this album. Alright, let's talk about I Know. That's the first track. I Know is a fast, spiritual, positive song about Prince telling his audience and listeners of this song that I know there's a heaven, I know there's a hell. Listen to me, people, I got a story to tell. And he tells the epiphany or his story about how he used to be a certain way and do certain things, and then God spoke to him, and then he showed him there's a better way, and not to follow the crowd, not to do what others do, but do what you do, but do it the right way. Put down the gun. You don't need a gun to have some fun. He said, I know there's a better way. And the song is fast, it's funky. It's got a lot of kick drum in it. And it's a nice starter off and a nice beginning for this album, to start the album off with. The second song, Alphabet Street. This is his come out song, the trendsetter for this album. And he has a video for this album. If you want to check it out, check out the video on YouTube of Alphabet Street. The song is probably funkier than I Know, a little bit. And he's talking about, I'm going down to Alphabet Street. I'm going to crown the first girl that I meet. I'm going to talk so sexy. She'll want me from my head to my feet. And it's like, yeah, she will. Like that. And so the song is fast song. It's a breakdown song too. It has kick drums in it too. So I like the transition between I Know at the end of it that leads into Alphabet Street. It's really funky. He's talking a lot of stuff, a lot of mixes, a lot of people on there, like his band, like he's around, and he's like he does some stuff that he did in the Black Album. But he mixed it in with this, because the Black Album was recorded before this. And so he mixed that stuff into that intermission between I Know, and brung us right into Alphabet Street on this album. You know, so you have to listen to it to know what I'm talking about. He's talking about a lot of stuff, talking about I got more holes in a golf course, and stuff like that, you know. So the third track is the second album's radio release, Glam Slam. It's got it's like almost has a club house beat to it. It's fast, and it's like it's big on the horns and big on the composure, and the production of the song is really big. Like it's a lot of violins, a lot of I guess you could say orchestra in it. And it's very unique. And he's like, heather, feather, flicking nipple, weedy scram, water ripple. I don't understand. It means I love you. Come a butterfly straight on your skin. You go for me and I'll come again. Glam slam. Thank you, ma'am. It's like, that's how the song goes. Sun is risen, moon is gone, soda fizzing on the lawn. Come a butterfly straight on your skin. This thing we've got, it's alive. It feels a trans and a physical. One touch and I'm satisfied. and that's the lyrics were just way off the charts. Like he wrote stuff on this, and the lyrics were like so artistic. They were different from all his previous album lyrics that he put in his other song in his other albums. So that was Glam Slam, and I believe he named the club after this song, Glam Slam, a real life club in Minneapolis. I don't know if it was Minneapolis, Minnesota, but somewhere in Minnesota. Okay. The last track, according to the cassette and this record, is Stesia, and it's spelled like as if it's a girl's name, not anesthesia, the drug, but that's what he was basing it off of. But he's talking about a girl in here, but she's his drug, and he's talking about getting high on love with her, but also at the same time in the beginning he's lonely and he'll take a boy or a girl to play with, and it's like at the end it leads him to where it's like he finally finds true love, and that's God and spirituality. And he says, no, love is God, God is love. Girls and boys love God above. And it just breaks down with claps, like you can clap to this song like you're in a church at the end of it. It's like a medium tempo song. It's like saying like between black and night, night and day, black and night seemed like the only way, so I danced. Music late, nothing great, no way to differentiate. I took a chance. Gregory looks just like a ghost, but then again, a beautiful girl, the most. Wet her lips to say, we can hang out for a little while, and you and I can just learn to smile. You and I can fly away. Anesthesia, come to me, talk to me, ravish me, liberate my mind. Tell me what you think of me, praise me, craze me, out this space and time. That's how the song lyrics went. Okay. And then he says, maybe I could just learn to love if I was closer to someone. And it says, closer to your higher self. I don't know, maybe closer to heaven, closer to God. Then he finds himself in the presence of God. And then he says, it breaks down saying, love is God, God is love, girls and boys love God above. So the song takes you on a trip. And it's really interesting how it goes. Okay, and then, that's the last song on the first side, and then according to the album, we flip it over, and his first song on the second side is Dance On. Dance On is a breakdown song with a lot of drums, different drum beats, a lot of changes in the arrangement. It's a very political, funky song. The critics, everyone who reviewed this album, like Rolling Stone, Entertainment Weekly, and other magazines, they really like Dance On. I'm so surprised that it did not make it to the radio. Very, very unappreciated song as far as the radio airways. They should have played this song. But Prince was talking about a lot of different stuff on here. He was saying, how does the song? Dance on, dance on. I think you're longing for the spider. I think you're longing for the funk. Uzi Gun takes his place in a wagon trunk. Get off me, punk. You ain't sexy. And then it says, Eminem Killer's playing Mickey Mouse games. Talking about this boy named Johnny got his feet nailed to a wooden floor. There's a lot of stuff happening in this song. But he's basically saying, overall, the song is telling me and you and everybody else to not get caught up in the politics and the dangers of this world, but dance on and enjoy life. Don't get caught up in that stuff. Keep dancing on. Keep doing your thing. And surely don't die. But dance on. Okay? Keep living. The next song on the album is LoveSexy. That's the title track of the name of the album. And this song is just what it's saying. It's LoveSexy. It's a very sexy, flirty song. Prince is talking about flirting with this chick, but not touching her. He said making love to her with only words, not, with his, what, and getting down like that. But on a higher, like I said, we're going to get higher tonight and do it this way. And we're not going to do it the old-fashioned way. We're going to get down like this. Said, I'm going to have you, you're mine on so much a trip, I'm going to have you write my name all over your walls. And you're going to love it. Like that, right? And talking about swiveling in your love seat and all that. And then she comes in and she flirts with him. It's a chick that comes on the track. It might be Cat Glover. It might be Ingrid Chavez. Because she worked with him too. If you guys don't know who Ingrid Chavez was, she was the love interest in Prince in the movie Graffiti Bridge. That was Ingrid Chavez. And I believe she was the guest appearance on this song. If it wasn't her, it was it was Cat Glover. So that was LoveSexy. And a lot of people like to blast this song when they were in their cars back then. Like club blasting with woofers, sound, radio, stereos and all that. The next song is When Two Are in Love. This song is the one and only slow song on the jam on the album. And this song also was on the Black album. The album made before this that wasn't officially released. He pulled it off the shelves, and you guys can read up on that later, that controversy. And that album was opposite of this one. This is a high spiritual, positive album with love, light, and spirituality, and trying to find God and something higher and more positive in all aspects. So, and When Two Are in Love is the one thing that ties those two albums together, because it's the same exact song on this album. He didn't change a thing. It's just what it says. When two people are in love, the things that they do in romance and love, it's a sexy, slow song. It is a little bit dirty because it came from the Black album, which is a funky, dirty album. But it's not too bad. It's not too raunchy. It's a real pretty, flirty, syrupy love silhouette slow jam. All right. He's like, come bathe with me. Let's drown each other in each other's emotions. Bathe with me. Let's cover each other with perfume and lotion. Let's bathe with me. Let's kiss with one synonymous motion. Nothing's forbidden. Nothing's taboo when the two are in love. Okay. Next song. I Wish You Heaven. I Wish You Heaven is the shortest song on the album. I believe it's barely 3 minutes long, if that. Maybe just a little over 3 minutes, or right under 3 minutes. And this song has a video for it as well. And so does Glam Slam. It also has a video for Glam Slam. I Wish You Heaven is just what the song is stating. Prince is talking about he's saying like doubts of our conviction, follow where we go, and when the world's compassion ceases still I know. For your every touch, I thank you so much. For your every kiss, I wish you love, I wish you heaven, I wish you heaven. And so it's a real pretty, heavenly type of song, and it's like dreamy. It's got a dreamy violin type cello instruments and soft instruments in the background, real pretty, sway. It's almost like a slow song, but it's too fast for that. It's just like a middle mellow jam, but it's really, really pretty. Okay, that's one of my favorite tracks on this album. All right, last song on the album, and to close out this album, and he did it really well with the song, even though this song did not get radio play, and I love this song, Positivity. And the song is just what it is. So Prince is talking about being positive, talking about political things, like things you would hear in the news, and then saying how you don't have to live like that, stay positive. Like you're saying, positivity, yes. Have you had your plus sign today? Your plus sign, not negative, plus sign today. Positivity, yes. Do we mark you present or do we mark you late? Okay, so it's like in every man's life, I like this lyric here when he says, in the breakdown, In every man's life there will be a hang-up, a whirlwind designed to slow you down. It cuts like a knife and tries to get in you, the spooky electric sound. Give up if you want to, and all is lost. Spooky Electric will be your boss. And then he says, call People Magazine and Rolling Stone. Call your next of kin because it's gone. You got a 57 man with the price tag still on the side. Huh. And then he says something. You said it better say die, or you can fly high, right by Spooky and all that he crawls for. Yeah, Spooky and all that he crawls for. Then he says, don't kiss the beast. So he's calling out the bad spirit that influenced him to make the Black Album, the album before this one, the one I mentioned before. And he's recognizing that, he's calling it out. Saying, I know who you are, I know what you were trying to do. And I know to watch out for you, and you're not going to get me no more. Right? You almost got me, but you didn't get me. So, I love that controversy in that, and the whole song is really funky. It's like, it has a beat like, doom, 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 like something whipping, like a wire whipping. Not whipping somebody, but it's like the doom, 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 whack, doom, doom. That's how the song goes, right? My cameraman is silly. So, that concludes the album. Now, I want to talk to you guys and tell you guys a little bit. All right? How are we doing on time?
16.
Okay. So, Prince made this album, LoveSexy, and because he had an epiphany, he made the Black Album, and I was just telling you about Spooky Electric, a force that was controlling him to run with that and do that funky, greasy, nasty, dirty lyric, raunchy, sexual, chicken, greasy funk album. And he wanted to do that to prove himself to the black community, who were the lovers of his music too, because we don't use FANS. Prince didn't like that, so I try to honor that and not do that. And he wanted to prove to them that, hey, I'm black, I'm funky. I can be funkier than James Brown. Hey, right? So this is why he made the Black Album. And then when he released the Black Album, he pulled it off the shelf. Right? He pulled it off the shelf. Some of them got through, slipped through the cracks, but most of them were recalled. And then he said, I don't want to do that. I want to do this. Then he had an epiphany. He had a change of heart. And then he wanted to do something opposite of the Black Album. All right? I'm going to keep it there with those two albums. I'm not going to get into the album that he was making with The Revolution before they broke up. I'm not going to get into Sign of the Times. I'm not going to get into that. Just keep it there, because this review is about LoveSexy. All right? He was solo, still rolling, as you can see. Yes, he's naked on the cover. He wanted to be everything open, natural, spiritual, heavenly, without the heavy gospel, without all the hard preaching and brimstone. But he wanted to do it Prince's way, his way. But this is a positive, light, spiritual, funky album. And it's probably his most prolific, one of his most artistic albums. Another artistic album he has is Around the World in a Day. Okay, that's a very artistic and creative album too. I wish that they would, the estate would redo this album. And I know he has tracks in his vault that are B-side eccentrics connected to this album. He has to have at least 10 extra songs, complete songs that we never heard of, in conjunction when he was recording this. That didn't make the cut. There's only 9 songs on this album, guys. Only 9 tracks. It's a short album for Prince. So I know he has some treasures in his vault that we never heard of. And if the Prince estate does a deluxe version of this and puts it on vinyl, woo! That's going to be tight. So yeah, I want to get a 180 gram, 150 gram version, colored vinyl of this. It would be beautiful. So hope you're listening, Prince Estate and Legacy and all you guys. do this one. We want this one redone. All right. Okay. So the last thing I'm gonna say is, as far as media forms, the vinyl is the vinyl. There are on the record, you can see just like the other records, there's a separation between each song, so you can put that needle right where you want it. Right? It's not like one big long continuation on the vinyl record on both sides. It's created like the album, any other album we notice and we're used to. And then the cassette is the cassette. You got Alphabet Street, Glam, and Stesia, side 1, and then Dance On, LoveSexy, When Two Are in Love, I Wish You Heaven, and Positivity on side 2. That's a cassette. But on the CD, it's one track. That's it for the whole 9 songs. You can't skip through it. Prince wanted you to hear the whole thing, so he didn't want you to skip. And that's one continual sequence in one track. That's just the only CD he did that for, like that. I thought that was pretty awesome, but annoying. Because I want to skip, not because I don't like the songs, because I want to hear this song or that song. I'm not in the mood for the whole album all the time. Although this album is very enjoyable and I like the whole thing, I'm not always in the mood to hear the whole thing. You guys know what I'm saying? So that's how the CD was. And in some countries, they do have them separated. They have 9 tracks. But you'd have to find those on eBay. So anyway, I'm going to conclude this LoveSexy album review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for stopping by your 80s Music Lovers channel. And may your world be blue and pink and LoveSexy. See you guys later. Bye-bye.